Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Well, my name is Stephen Patrick Morrissey. Most of you probably know me as Morrissey. And now I've just been reading about my favourite subject, me. And now I shall take you on a journey, the fabulous tragedy that is my life. I was born in Manchester, England on May 22nd, 1959. Naturally, my birth almost killed my mother, for my head is too big. But soon it is I, not she, on the critical list at Sandford's Pendlebury Hospital. As a child, I attended St. Wilfrid's Primary School, an asylum of sorts for us pitiful poor. And although it was declared due for demolition in 1913, it grinds on 50 years later, and it dragged us small children into its depths of doom. There are no resources, just as there is no colour and no laughter. These children are contaminated, and many will faint due to lack of food. This is the Manchester school system of the 1960s, where sadness is habit forming. One day in gym class, I flip forwards and crash upon my right hand. This stirs a blip of compassion in my gym teacher, Mr. Sweeney. He then leads me into his private office, where he begins massaging my wrist with anti-inflammatory cream. At age 14, I understand the meaning of unnecessarily slow and sensual strokes, and I look away as the moment passes. Now these are the moments that cause you to look up certain words in dictionaries, and you begin to consider yourself the prize or the quarry. John Daly walked along Great Stone Road looking sensational, as if plucked from the interplanetary beyond. So fascinating is his appearance that I have no hesitation in approaching him, and we instantly have much to discuss. John is 5 years older than I, yet we meet up every weekend and walk for hours. After 2 years, it is Hazel Bowden who stays close to John in the fading days of our friendship, long after John and I find we have less to say to each other. She is the one who informs me that John has been killed in a horrific motorway crash. Driving alone to Birmingham, John is crushed by a tailing juggernaut that fails to brake. The story makes the national television news, and as it does, this period of my life loses itself to the lapse of memory. It is then I become close to Angie Hardy, who uses her madcap humour to make every single day an orgy of hysterical sensation. Angie's nightly telephone calls are marathon, and the vague generalities of her day are spiced with absurd account.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Yes, I went to the doctor yesterday.
Oh?
Yeah, I have leukemia. 6 weeks to live.
Angie, you're such a character. Everyone around me dies. It had been in the foyer of the Odwick Apollo after a breathtaking show by Patti Smith. I sat in conversation with Philip Toman when Johnny Marr first popped his face in, and he said,
Are you serious? That is just...
You have a funny voice.
Although at first annoyed, I was shaken when I heard Johnny play the guitar, for he was obviously gifted and almost unnaturally multi-talented. I've been wanting to be in a band for so many years, but there's just nobody that matches my musical caliber and talent.
I think he's the one.
And so we formed the Smiths, and at one of our concerts in America, my blindness and bewilderment lead me directly off the lip of the stage.
What's wrong with you?
You know you have to go back out there, right? Hello, America.
After a few years, Johnny and I began to experience friction, and the press buzzed with Smith's breakup rumors.
What do you want?
Johnny, where have you gone?
Morrissey, I've left the country to work with the Talking Heads.
Do you think this is a
game? Is this a game to you?
Morrissey, I have the foresight to see disaster looming, both for us personally and the band professionally.
You know what? It's over! It's over, I tell you! It's over, everyone!
It's over, everyone!
Although the Smiths had done well all around the world, I am stubbornly certain that if not for the unusual artwork and the hint of what could be, it would not have dented the public forehead quite so much. I vomit profusely when I discover that the album has been pressed in Japan with Sandy Shaw's cover of Hand in Glove included. I am so disgusted by this that I beg people to kill me.
And that is why I've announced that I'm going solo. I'll prove you wrong. I'll prove you all wrong. And that is exactly what I did. You know, it has been said that some pop stars have to be dead to reach the iconic status that Morrissey has reached in his lifetime. And as you can see, it is quite true that I've never had anything in my life that I did not make for myself.